Hello YouTube, we are back in the saddle. We just turned off a 94 onto OTay Lakes Road, and this is one of the more popular starting points to the OTay truck trail. There will be a campground, general store on the left, and that's where you can turn in. I will show you at the end of this ride a better staging place if you're going to trailer your bike. I'm not sure if the campground lets you leave a trailer here. They probably do, but I've never inquired about it. But on the other end, where the gun club is, there's a big staging area, and there's never a problem. I've never brought my bike on a trailer here because this is in my backyard. It's only like 15 miles from my garage to here, so I always ride the dual sport right to here. But I know a lot of people don't have, they're just running regular dirt bikes with no plates, so you got to trailer them. There you can see the truck trail right up there, if my video is working. I've been having some issues with my camera lately, like sometimes it'll just stop for no reason, and that kind of stuff drives me crazy because I'm not always aware that it's stopped, and then I think I'm making a video and I'm not. Okay, heads up, here's the start of it. The country store is right here. The campground's on actually both sides. This deserted looking trail right here is actually the start of the truck trail. So this is not really a severe, real super hard hill climb. But as with any off-road, I strongly recommend you to stand, to give yourself the control that you get by standing. You want to hug that tank with your knees. Really makes a big difference, especially for anybody that's just getting into off-road riding. It might sound a little scary to stand, but you got to do it because it's really the way to go. If you're sitting like on a hill like this, the bike is going to actually beat you off. And it's much easier to fall off and lose traction if you are sitting. You're in control. You're in like command of your bike when you stand. And it's something that you just have to practice. You don't have to go ripping around here. See these guys with these big Beamer adventure bikes like that dude. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know I'm not a big fan of heavy bikes. This bike is like 280 something, which is still heavy. But before I had a KLR, and let's not even talk about that. That's a godforsaken John Deere on 2 wheels. See, when I'm riding like this, I don't have the time to check my camera to see if it's still recording or like what the deal is. So it really pisses me off sometimes when it stops on its own, and I don't know why. So if any of you people watching also use a Sony action cam, if it happens to you, maybe you can fill me in on the why does it do that. Doesn't always do it. Sometimes I cheat and I sit down a little bit on these really, really flat, easy stretches. But if anything comes up, anything really ruddy, I go back up. Once we reach the summit or the top up here, it's going to be mostly all downhill the way I'm going to go. Some of this flattens out, and you can give yourself a little bit of a breather and sit down if you want, but I don't stay down very long. Because the advantages just are far greater. Getting a little toasty. I put a sweatshirt on and I might have to take it off up here. Definitely gonna have to stop for a water break. My mouth feels like it's got freaking cotton balls in it. I do this hill climb mostly all in second gear. Some guys fly up here, but I'm not a flyer, you know. This Gets steep in places. This will definitely give you a little bit of a workout. There's no doubt about it. Although it's not a super tactical or by any means super difficult, but at the same time, it will get your heart up, especially if you're old like me and out of shape and blah blah blah. So I do a mixture. I would say the more than first half of this, I'm on the pegs 100%. And as I get more tired, and there's some smooth spots, I sit my ass down, but I don't know what's going on with my tranny. Sometimes it will upshift by itself, which is really not cool. You do not want your transmission to upshift, especially on a hill. So I don't really know why it does that. And I'm not a real big fan of it doing that. No. It's good to see there's some other bikes out today. The last time I was on here, I was like the only person out here. And it was like, it was a Saturday, I think. I'm not sure, but I was wondering why. It's like, where is everybody? You gotta stay in your attack stance. Your head is normally like over your number plate. When I first started riding, I just couldn't believe the difference almost at the top. I'll stop at the top because I need some water. There's other trails that are off the main trail. So if you have an appetite for things that are more gnarly, steeper hill climbs, you know, a lot of wicked shit, you can find that here. So don't think that the truck trail is just a boring dirt road. So it'll handle all skill levels. If you're just starting out on your dirt bike for the first time, you'll have fun. If you're a seasoned rider, if you're a pro motocross guy with a high skill set, there's challenging places here that, you know, you'll find fascinating and fun also. But the main trails here are primarily for the Border Patrol. Since we're so close to Mexico, you'll see a lot of Border Patrol along here. And the Border Patrol guys, and the women also, they are your friend. You don't have to hide from them. They're full of knowledge. They tell you which gates are open. Because guess what, guys? The Border Patrol has all the keys. So if you're exploring, you know, they are a wealth of information. You can ask, hey, where does this trail go? You know. I've always had good experiences with the Border Patrol people. They're not here to run you off or anything like that. But, you know, bear in mind, if you're doing stupid shit, you know, they have the authority to kick you out. This is like mostly gravel, but there are portions of it that are like chopped up pavement. So I call it just a gravel road, but now after some rains, you'll have a lot of ruts to deal with. But I will say that they maintain these roads fairly well because they need them to be passable for the patrol. A lot of the OHV trails are not maintained very well, so if they rut out, they stay rutted out. They are always resurfacing this road. The last time I came down the other section, when we get to at the very top here, the other section, you will see that they just like recindered it. So this part that I'm on now, the hill climb off of OTay Lakes Road, is usually the ruttiest. And it's not too bad. It looks like it's been raked or something. I've been on here where there were like serious ruts. Mr. Mountain Biker. I guess the mountain bikers love these roads. I just like having a throttle. If I had to come up here on a mountain bike, Lord have mercy. Wouldn't really be fun for me, but you know, everybody has what they call fun, and you got to respect that, because what my fun is might be terrifying to somebody else. When I was younger and more of an adrenaline junkie, you know, I was jumping out of airplanes. So we all have ways of satisfying our adrenaline needs. Now here's what I'm talking about. You see they have the grader over here? This is the... Now if you go to the right, where all those cell phone towers are, that's actually the summit. That's actually the summit, and up there you can, up where those cell phone towers are, you can get a good lookout of the reservoir, and it's a pretty good, it's a nice view. I'm gonna get off here and get something to drink because I'm like really dying of thirst. Oh, yeah, you see this grader? That's what they use to really keep the roads pretty level and rut free. This is Sycamore Canyon. Okay. I know I'm blabbling on here, but I'm going to keep the video running just a little bit. I know this is going to be a long video, but it's good just to get off after standing so much. I don't know how much you're going to be able to see. You can see the you can see the reservoir down there. That's OTay Mesa, and further on out there, of course, is Mexico. It's about 3,000 feet here, something like that. So yeah, this is really close to San Diego, so if you're in San Diego, around San Diego, you got to check out the truck trail. It's about roughly about 18 miles of this trail, and like I said, off of this trail there's lots of other, there's single track off this trail, there's other, I don't even know where they all go, but pretty much everything to the south is Mexico. And there's places here where you can actually see the big brown wall. I've taken trails off of this that ride actually right up against the wall. So, you know, people stick their hands through the wall saying hi and giving you high fives and all that. And you can go by the wall and touch a Mexican if that's what gets you off. And there's a lot of places that I haven't even checked out here, but I really recommend bringing a friend or somebody, only because these places are so remote that, God forbid, if anything happened to either of you, you know, you need that support, that help. It's not a good, you know, it's much better to ride with somebody, although I know a lot of people are solo riders, and I have been for years, but it's another reason why I I don't ride super gnarly and super crazy when I'm by myself, because you're just setting yourself up for, you know, a real effed up day. So common sense goes a long way. Okay, so if you go up this way, there's numerous other trails, and it will eventually take you about another 3 to 4, maybe 5 miles. It dumps you out to OTay Mesa. And then you have to then you have to come back like on the 805, and it's sort of a long way home. So I'm going to go the other way. Now that little road right in front of me just goes up to that cell tower. How you doing? They're gonna walk the puppies. Gonna walk the puppies. Okay, I think we're still actually recording, believe it or not. That's a miracle for this video cam. Okay. Now if you go this way like I'm going to go, it's going to take you down to where the gun club is. And you'll see. And then I'll show you where a pretty good staging area is. Now this is I go this way sometimes because it's like, okay, I just got my aerobic workout climbing up that hill climb from the campground. So now you can leisurely, this is a leisurely way down. There's nothing too gnarly here. You can be lazy and sit all the way down if you want. You really can. I'm just going to come over here just to, you can see where we are. It's still really, really dry. We haven't had any rain. You can see some of these other trails, like this other dirt trail over here. That is a stand-up for sure to get up there. I just don't really have any real desire to go up there, to be honest with you, but it doesn't go anywhere. It's a very, 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 very rocky, an extremely rocky little trail. I went up there one time before, and to be honest, I didn't really think that it was worthwhile beating myself to get up there. So that's why I don't even bother going up it anymore. If you like tons of rocks and tons of gnarliness, then knock yourself out. But it's you know, it's not really my thing. It's pretty clear today. But we will be descending slightly all the way down till the start of the trail this way. It's a gradual descent. This trail has mirrors which help you, because some of these truck trails are not maintained very well, and you never know who's coming. So, you know, if you take a wide turn and somebody else is taking a wide turn, it's a good opportunity to become each other's hood ornaments. There's another little rocky trail that doesn't really go anywhere in particular. But I'm perfectly okay just putzing along like I am here, because I'm sort of tired, so I don't really feel like doing a lot of strenuous stuff, to be honest with you. So I get to be an old lady and drive like this. From now on, you're going to probably see more and more people. What did we see? We saw 1, 2, 3. We saw 4 bikes out here so far, and a couple Jeeps. And here on out, it will, you know, you'll continually see more and more people, because it's December now. It's getting to be prime dirt bike weather. Now these roads, I've mentioned before in other videos, they have super fine cinders on them. And I know it doesn't really show up that great on the video, but when you're on your bike, you can't really stop that well. So it pays to keep in mind for you to know what's ahead. And if this was just like all dirt, you'd really have more traction. But these cinders really, they really give it another element of, you know, it's a little bit, it throws in a little bit more challenge there, because like I said, you cannot stop very fast. You're just going to skid. You're just going to lock your tires up. So it's another reason why I don't, you know, go flying on here like I'm on a race. But if you know me, you know I never do that anyway. But I'm just saying. There's another rocky hill climb for those who are bored of the cinders. You can go up there. It takes you up to the top. I haven't been up on that particular one. If I'm with other riders, I can get talked into going to places where I probably wouldn't go if I'm just by myself, because sometimes if I'm just by myself, I get lazy and I don't challenge myself as often. But in one way, that's perfectly okay, because I said, you know, like before, if you're by yourself, if you have, you know, a few brain cells, you have to think about safety. And if you're always trying to go after the most gnarliest stuff, it's just a matter of odds before, you know, something may happen. I'm not saying it will, but, you know, we've all been around Murphy's Law enough to know that shit does happen. And, you know, if you're out here, you break something, you're gonna be here a while. There's not O'Reilly's auto parts stores